Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Christy Kijarina. It's Wednesday, November 26. In Squiz Kids Today, the social media shake-up starts. A big win in the sumo ring, a self-portrait smashes records, and Batman makes us kinder. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
We're pretty sure you'll be aware by this stage, but just in case, on December 10, the Australian government will become the first in the world to ban kids under 16 from having social media accounts. The ban covers big platforms like Instagram, TikTok and Snapchat, plus the chat features in Roblox, and just last week, Twitch was added to the list. That's the site where gamers live stream and chat with viewers in real time. Some apps are getting ready for it now. Snapchat, Instagram and Facebook have all begun sending pop-ups, emails and texts to Aussie users that they believe are under 16, warning them that their accounts will soon be blocked. Many will also get instructions on how to download their photos, chats and videos before the 10th of December deadline. And parents and teachers, if you just look young and act young at heart, but are actually over 16, you might be asked to verify your age, which might mean checking a passport, license or bank account, or taking a selfie that uses special software to estimate your age. If you really are 16 or older, passing the check keeps your account active. And if you're under 16, verifying your real birthday means that your account will unlock automatically the moment that you turn 16, with everything right where you left it. It's a huge change designed to keep kids safe, and the whole world is watching.
Spin the globe.
Each day, we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today, we've landed in Japan, where a Ukrainian sumo wrestler has made history. Sumo is one of Japan's oldest and most respected sports. Two huge wrestlers, called rikishi, face off in a circular ring, and the goal is simple: stay inside the ring and don't let anything except the soles of your feet touch the ground. It's a sport full of ceremony, tradition, and incredible strength. And this week, something remarkable happened. A 21-year-old Ukrainian wrestler, Danilo Yevashishin, became the first person from his country to win one of Japan's elite sumo tournaments. Danilo fled Ukraine as a teenager in 2022 after Russia's full-scale invasion. Years earlier, he'd actually met a Japanese wrestler at a competition and kept in touch, and after the invasion, he decided to move to Japan and pursue a sumo career full-time. Over the weekend, after 15 grueling days of matches in the Kyushu Grand Sumo Tournament, Danilo won the final bout against a top-ranked Mongolian wrestler. Danilo says he hopes his victory gives encouragement to people back home in Ukraine. Great work, Danilo!
Pop Culture Corner.
Have you heard of an artist called Frida Kahlo? You might recognise her from colourful picture books and those striking self-portraits with flowers in her hair. Frida made history at the weekend, a whole 71 years after her death. In case you're thinking, Frida who? She was a Mexican painter who faced some really big challenges. When she was 6, she caught a disease called polio. It's a virus that can weaken muscles, and it affected one of her legs for the rest of her life. Then, at 18, she survived a terrible bus crash that left her with serious injuries. And while recovering in bed, she had a mirror fixed above her so that she could paint self-portraits while lying down. And now, one of those works, a 1940 painting called El Sueño La Cama, or The Dream, the Bed, has sold for $55 million. That's the highest price ever paid for a painting by a female artist. The artwork shows Frida asleep in her wooden bed under a golden blanket with a skeleton holding flowers on the canopy above her. More Day of the Dead than scary, and curling vines add to the dreaminess. Frida was a clever creative and she was incredibly practical. So you can't help but wonder what she'd think of her bedside painting selling for that much money.
Weird science.
Would you give up your seat on a train to someone who needed it more than you did? You're a Squiz kid, of course you would. But that's not always what happens in real life. And that's why some clever researchers in Italy have been testing something they call the Batman effect. They wanted to see if an unexpected moment, like suddenly spotting Batman on your morning commute, could snap people out of autopilot and make them more generous. So they ran an experiment on the Milan subway. First, a woman who appeared to be pregnant got on the train. In this normal situation, just over 1 in 3 passengers offered her their seat. Then they repeated the test, but this time someone dressed as Batman strolled into the carriage, and suddenly 2 out of 3 people gave up their seats. The scientists say that surprises help us pay attention and remember our values. Or maybe everyone just thought, quick, Batman's watching. To quote Aunt May from Spider-Man 2, I believe there's a hero in all of us.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus was looking good yesterday. Wait, please! Teddy needs more stuffing! Ready? One! Oh, man, that's the second time! Can you hear that? That's the sound of Christmas fast approaching. And here at Squiz Kids, we could not be more excited. As we continue the countdown to the most magical time of the year, Squiz Kids is getting into the Christmas spirit. As per Squiz Kids tradition, we've managed, get this, to convince Santa Claus himself to hop into the Squiz Kids Q&A hot seat again this year, answering any questions you might have for him. This is your chance to say hi to the big fella in red and ask him, how does he make the magic of Christmas work? From reindeers to elves to toy workshops and sleighs. If you have a question that you would like Santa himself to answer, email it through to squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Or go to the Squiz Kids website and record your question directly there via the link in the banner. Just be sure to get Mum and Dad's permission and follow the instructions. And because too much Christmas is never enough, we are launching an Elf on the Shelf competition too. Elves, as you know, will be arriving in households all around the country in the next couple of weeks, and we want to see what wacky places they find themselves in the lead up to Christmas in your house. Email photos of your elf to squizkids@thesquiz.com.au and we'll share them on our socials. And there'll be a prize for the weirdest and wackiest elf hiding spot. Those crazy elves.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. Which live stream and chat platform used by gamers was recently added to the social media banned list? If you said Twitch, you are 100% correct. True or false? If your hand touches the ground in a sumo wrestling match, you lose. Is that true or false? That, my friends, is true. Question number 3. How much did Frida Kahlo's painting El Sueño La Cama sell for? It was a whopping $55 million.
Shout outs.
It's Wednesday, November 26, International Cake Day. Need I say more? It's also a special day for these Squiz kids celebrating a birthday today. Remy from Forest Lake, Harrison from Fernvale, Tian from Springvale, Lucy from Howard Springs, Oscar from Erskineville, Zoran from Adelaide, and Dilara from Pakenham. Belated birthday shout-outs today go to Leung and Hoshana from Clayton, Aisling from Wagga Wagga, and Francis from North Bondi, who is turning 11, wishing you a very speedy recovery for your broken thumb, Francis. Classroom shout-outs today go to Class 1BS with Mr. Sterling, Class 5TQ with Ms. Quinn, and 5DH with Mr. Ham, and Class 1BM with Miss Buck, all from John Henry Primary School in Pakenham. And Year 3 Hobble at Brighton Grammar School. And birthday wishes to their teacher, Mr. Barker, for yesterday. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, a huge special shout out goes to Year 5 with Ms. Forgan at Karama School in Darwin. We really hope Cyclone Fina didn't shake you up too much. We're thinking of all of you. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want to shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, get in quick, it's nearly the end of the year, and drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thank you for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, though, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.